Kal halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash, the Master G and Master told me this truth. Matthew 24 and 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So, is that not what we're experiencing in 2026? Let's take a look at this because this is what's going on in the UK. So, we'll click this and we'll play it.
The meningitis outbreak in Kent has now passed its peak, but it took two young lives, an 18-year-old sixth former named as Juliet Kenny from Faversham and a student at the University of Kent. Their loved ones will be grieving while others worry about friends who are still in hospital or indeed their own health. Now scientists are investigating whether a mutation in the meningitis B strain could have turned it into a super spreader. Well, our science and technology editor, Tom Clark, is here with me in the studio and has been following this story closely. Tom, some real concerns, even though we've past the peak of this in Kent. What's the latest on the investigation as to the mutation and the source of the outbreak?
Yeah, and this is something they're actively trying to investigate. Meningitis outbreaks happen. They are fortunately rare, and they're still rare. What's unusual about this one? It was large. It was a lot of people affected. One bit of good news: we were up to 30 suspected cases, beyond 30 suspected cases at the weekend. That's now come down. There's 23 cases too. They're waiting to confirm. They're pretty confident they are. But what we got today is an update on that scientific investigation. What exactly happened to Conspire? We don't want to see this happen again. And one of the key, and I think important details. Big caveat here, I think it's important to say this is ongoing research. They're in the middle of it right now, so they're giving updates as they happen. This could all change, but the early indication is from looking at the whole genetic sequence of just one bacteria that was involved in this outbreak. It does have some important mutations in it that potentially could have made it a little more capable of infecting people. Doesn't mean it causes worse disease, but it could have been a little more infectious. So it's an active line of inquiry, and it might help explain why you had this situation where occasionally you might get a student or two go down with meningitis because they carry more of the bug, typically as students are a bit more vulnerable. But they're looking at some other things as well. So what about the immunity amongst that sort of generation of people? There is some suspicion, although no confirmation, could lack of social mixing during COVID lockdowns have given them less immunity. So they're doing a big study of immunity across the UK population versus the bug.
More and more.
And they also want to know what's going on in that nightclub. You know, we now know 20 of the cases have a direct link. And they went to that club on that night out of 23.
And in the UK, they're pushing for people to go and get vaccinated. So we'll see if this one materializes into something bigger, or the COVID-19 variant is going to be something, or it's just going to be an accumulation, and they're going to say that potentially they mutated and created this, super bug that everyone's going to have to get vaccinated against. So let's see how this plays out.